Hello guys, Michaela here, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another speed build. Today we are working on a shell challenge. So this is the Honey May Tiny Shell, I believe. Honey May B-Day shell, sorry, so it's her birthday shell, and it's a micro home. It's been a while since I'd done a micro home, so when I saw that she's hosting a micro home challenge, I knew that I had to take part, and yeah, I really love the result. I got the idea for like the front of the house by from a build that I did a couple of weeks ago, which was the house for like the third, fourth generation of the Not So Berry challenge, which was the house for an athlete, and I used this window trick in that build as well, and I really loved it. So I decided to use it in here as well, and I really love the result. I built this in Newcrest on a 20 by 15, and it's like a very tiny, so it's a, what is it, 32 tile home. It's for one sim there is only one single bunk bed actually, so you can only fit one sim in here, and it comes in at 36,250 simoleons, so it's not a starter home, but it's also not like super expensive. But I really like the result of this. I again used my favorite combo of mint and like this peachy pinky color, which is the same color palette that I used in last week's video, which, you know, wasn't on purpose, because as I've talked about it in my previous videos, I do things kind of not in order, in the order that I don't build my builds in the order that they come out, like actually. So I do them whenever I feel like doing them. So sometimes I kind of mix things up, and some things, like one of the haunted house builds that I did again a couple of weeks ago, was like a build that I did 6 months ago. So sometimes I'm very excited to do something and I just keep it somewhere whenever I need a video for my channel and I don't have anything, you know? So yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know what my point is. Oh yeah, about the color scheme. I was talking about the color scheme. So yeah, that's just, I built this way like later than the teacher's home, and I did not realize when I was planning my build that the color scheme is pretty much similar for builds that are coming out the following upload date. But it doesn't matter, because we love the color scheme and we don't mind that it's the same. Now I'm working on the backyard, which is quite big considering how small the lot is, but the house is also very tiny, so that probably makes sense. I used a fence from Snowy Escape. I used also this like awning sort of thing from the, oh god, how it's called, Desert Lux kit, which we got for free for some time. It's not free anymore, but it used to be free for existing players of The Sims, so I was very excited about that. And I used the flooring outside is from that pack. Some of the wallpapers that I used are also from that pack, and then the kind of awning sort of situation at the backyard. There's also a small pool, and I created a small outdoor cinema because I thought that maybe the sim that lives here is really into movies and they love to have like get-togethers with their friends to watch some watch the newest movies, and they have it like at the back, yeah, outside. So the actual seating for The Sims is not covered, but the cinema unit is covered. So like the TV is covered, because I thought that it would probably be convenient when you think about like rain and stuff. I don't know if, I think logically the rain would damage the to the TV. So I thought that it would be wise to cover it up with a roofing. So that's what I did. I obviously couldn't add any more like rooms or anything to the house because it's a shell challenge, so I cannot change the shell of the house. But I did kind of add just like the roofing to make sure that the TV is covered, so you wouldn't have to kind of repair it every couple of days. Now I'm working on this kind of covered barbecue area. I used some items again from the Desert Luxe kit because why not? They're really pretty and I kind of love the modern vibe of them. So the exterior is a bit more polished, I would say, while the interior is much more colorful. So the exterior is a bit more toned down because I felt like the color wasn't needed here with landscaping and everything, but I did use colors on the interior as mostly on the interior. Now I'm adding some trash bins and I've been really into recycling lately, so I've decided to put like all the colors of the recycling bins outside so the sim can, well, they can't recycle, but you know, at least I think they can recycle. I also added some eco stuff, so there is a there are a couple of solar panels and also a wind turbine. So here is where I'm working on the covered cinema area. So at first I had this this one from Little Campers. I keep forgetting names of packs today. I had this one from Little Campers, but then later on I placed one from the movie Hangout pack, I believe. The one that has like, not mics, but the sound things on the side of them. So I used that one instead. And I initially thought I would keep the grass here, but I think I ended up adding flooring here. At first I had this couch from Get Together, but I think I ended up swapping it for the couch that came with Growing Together because I felt like it really matched nicely. And I also didn't want to add Get Together. I think I still probably added it because I use a lot of packs when I build. It's very hard for me to limit myself. I also added a couple of planters back here, which should be accessible, and that's pretty much everything. I'm gonna change the couch, which I'd probably off camera, and now we're moving on to the interior. So I kind of shoved the bed here into this kind of bump out. I also placed a bookcase there, which probably is not accessible for the sim, but yeah, I still liked it. Here is the color palette that I used. You can kind of see it on the bed. It's perfect for my purpose. So I used this in like the peachy, pinky, mint swatch, and I really, really love it. I also placed a desk underneath it, which I thought would be maybe a place where the Sims also likes to hang out. Maybe they're like a videographer because, you know, they love movies. So maybe they work from home, they edit videos for other people. I don't know. That's just kind of an impulsive thought that I just had because I was trying to think about some kind of background for the sim that lives here. Now we're going to moving on to the living room. I mean, the build is one big space, so you don't really have like sectioned off spaces, but you can kind of see which is. So at first I thought I'd use this kind of console table from Blooming Rooms, but I didn't really like the way it looked. So I decided to use this, probably my favorite console table, which came with Eco Lifestyle, and I love the look of it. I love the swatches of it. It has like all the wood tones. It's super versatile. So yeah, I use it very often. So that's what I end up using here. I also use this lamp from Growing Together, which really grew on me. I wasn't sure about it when we first got the pack, but I love it now and I use it very often. And I'm also going to use a couch from Pastel Pop, which I don't think I've used before. I really love this style. I don't really think it would be very comfortable in real life, but I think it fit perfectly inside of the space, and it really it's small enough so it doesn't kind of make the room feel small, and it really fits nicely. And yeah, it fit perfectly, and I really, really love how it looks in the space. It was very cramped. It took me a while to figure out kind of where I want what to be. So I had the kind of this part done, and I was like, okay, I need a kitchen. So the kitchen would be here, so you could cook and walk, kind of look outside on the street. But then I had to figure out where to put the dining space. I mean, your Sims could potentially sit at the living room table, but I wanted like a dining space for them. So I ended up placing it here in the corner, where I wouldn't probably know what to place anywhere anyway. So yeah, I really like that. And I also decided to put a pet in here. I completely forgot about that. So you can also have a pet living in here. I am not sure if I placed a litter box. So if you want a cat, you might have to place one. I might have, but I have no idea. That happens when you pre-build stuff very much ahead, like very far ahead of time, which I do because I'm pretty busy and I use my time when I have it. So I have pre-built stuff, ready to go. So I forget about a lot of things that I did. So we're just adding the finishing touches to the kitchen. I really like the space. And now we are just adding some finishing touches to this like dining / entry space, because that's pretty much what it is. So it's like an entry into the house as well as the dining space. So I just added some wall decor to make it look like an entry, somewhere you could hang your keys, hang your bags, put, just some finishing touches when you're heading out. And I'm also adding some clutter to the dining table because, since I only have 2 chairs here, I had space for that. And we're only going to finish the bathroom, which is very tiny, and that's going to be it for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm getting closer and closer to the 4,000 threshold for getting monetized, and I really could use your help with watching my videos. If you want to download this build, you can get it on the gallery. My ID is michaelasimsyt, or you can get the tray files in the description box below, as always, on my Ko-fi page if you prefer to get tray files rather than going to the gallery. Yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.